By pressing play, you've been transported to a dimension where there will be no apologies given for the abstract and asinine comments made here by the host and their guests. With that being said, thank you for listening and enjoy your experience.
We are Flash Mob.
We are level 4.
Are you ready?
For episode 47 of the most ridiculously random pop culture podcast in the 719. Yo, where the captions at? Yo, where the captions at? Where they at? Where they at? Yo, where they at? I say, where are they at?
That was almost Bollywood at the beginning.
You know
what? Word, because we here, baby. Yes, y'all. It's another week, another episode. And as always, I'm your host, Kels for Show, a.k.a. I put the extra in extraordinary. Joined with me always is my bro host.
The one and only, you know who it is, Roscoe Tinkoya, and I don't have an a.k.a. for today because I didn't think of one.
Fair enough.
And with that little tidbit, we already know who he is, but maybe you don't. If this is your first time listening, it's our guy in the chair, our Genki, our
Mo
Shopper.
Popper? Cause you a jalapeno?
Cropper.
Cropper? Oh, ew, that stinks.
Topper? Because
No, he's a polymer.
More like Topper.
I was gonna say, are you a bottom or are you a top?
I'm a switch.
He a power base.
Oh, we're open. We're open to all ideas. Got it.
And hoes, in his case.
Yeah.
And it's the boy, Daniel.
I take it every way.
And joining us here today, you heard her voice on Escaping Podcast. You heard her on this show before. One of our favorite people in this entire universe. The one, the only, Rice Cake, a.k.a. Leslie.
What up? What up?
How are you doing today?
I'm happy to be here. It's been, months.
Yes.
Several episodes, but here I am.
Yes, and it wouldn't have been as long if you didn't have some COVID exposures around you.
Yeah, for real though. I feel like I got one every other fucking week.
It is, especially, it was always like the week before we were supposed to record something, and it was like, all right, cool.
Or the day of.
Leslie's at home. Inner Jamie's like, shit, I don't want to go out. I got the COVID.
In a pandemic, right?
I got that Wu-Tang flu. That's
like-
what they call it.
She's like, something don't feel right. I'm just going to stay home. Play on Netflix.
I don't know.
We do that at work too, though.
Word. Yo, shout out to 5 Star Bank, yo. They keep me going, man. Y'all got a very nice staff. I respect them. Everybody's in there freely, and your bank stays clean.
And our doors are unlocked now.
I know. I was sitting there waiting to be let in, but it's like, oh, you just come on now. But that's like, just come on
just
in.
like Wells Fargo's, because theirs is unlocked too.
Yep. Since we went down a level, we don't have to let you in one person at a time. Or two at a time, I guess.
Like Noah's Ark.
Yep. Female and male. Every time.
Word.
But
All
only
right.
the same race.
Close enough. So now it's time to get into Yo, What's Poppin'. And this is a part of the show when we talk about headlines from the world of pop culture. And we're just going to get this started off with a little wrestling talk.
The only real big news about wrestling was AEW and New Japan Wrestling might actually be working on their partnership, because on AEW Dynamite, Kenta, to some people that watch WWE, Hideo Itami ended up attacking Jon Moxley. Reason being, Kenta has a title shot against Jon Moxley for the U.S. New Japan Championship belt. But yet also, this has been a work in progress. And it adds more to other storylines that are part. Don't want to get too much into it. But with WWE news, rumored was last year, if it wasn't the pandemic, and this year, if it wasn't the pandemic, Nexus was supposed to make a debut. And supposedly...
A new Nexus?
No, the old Nexus.
So Nexus was coming back. You said debut, not
No,
return.
yeah,
That's what threw me
return.
off.
My
Okay,
fault,
word.
my fault.
No, you good. That's why.
But yeah, they were supposed to make a return. The plan this year was supposed to be against
Wait, Wade
Retribution.
Barrett?
Yes. Wade Barrett was supposed to come up off of commentary and be with all the Nexus for
Word.
one shot. And
That would be lit.
and it was for one shot, and depending on how the crowd reacted, if it would have been a long going thing. But they had plans last year for it, also plans for this year, but due to COVID, I know they probably might have been out, or it might still come to be. But yeah, this year's plans was they were gonna fight Retribution. Yeah.
Because that is, no offense to Retribution, but that is like the watered down version of Nexus.
They kind of are, but yet, I mean,
It is what it is.
Mustafa Ali is still as good as a leader, like Wade Barrett is when it comes to the mic skills.
And speaking of Retribution, the boy M. Night Shyamalan is back, baby.
Oh yeah,
He got a movie. He got a movie coming out called Old. They debuted the trailer during the Super Bowl, and I don't know what it's about. People growing up hella fast, and I can't wait to see the twist. Hopefully it's a good one, because a lot of people still are like, they gave him another movie, but like, yes, he has more hits than he has misses, me personally. And there's a lot of directors that still make films that haven't even got to the level like M. Night. So I get why people hate on it. Cool, it's your personal take, but I'm still a fan because I always want him to redeem himself because he has made great movies in his career.
It's very much like listening to a Kiss album. It's hit or miss, but he has some good hits.
And somebody also like listening.
I just don't listen to Kiss like that, but I get what you're saying though.
And I'm gonna be honest, I fell down the rabbit hole and listened to this dude, Cinnamon Winds. And when you go listen to either Glass or Split, he literally at the end of his description is like, yeah, M. Night has some hits or miss, but it's rare when you could actually see a director that has like 3 or more good movies.
Right.
And at least 3 of those movies are definitely good. There's another, he said like 6 out of all his movies. 3 are debatable, but 3 are solid enough to be like, yes. And it's rare that you see a director have that many good
I give him
hits.
4 off the top. Sixth Sense, Signs, Unbreakable, and Split.
And you ready for this?
The Visit was also solid.
The Visit.
You ready for
Is
this?
that the one with Grandma?
Yeah.
Oven?
Shit don't taste like chicken.
Yeah.
I love
And
that.
y'all ready for this? Those 4 that y'all all named are a part of the list. Signs and The Visit are 2 of the ones that he said could be debatable, but yet Unbreakable. It was like The Village. He added The Village. I know a lot of people don't like it, but
That was just a bad movie.
That was not good.
That one was with the witch stuff, right?
Nah.
That's
That's what
what-
they want you to think it was a monster.
They want you to think it's a monster, but
scared
you
ass
come to find
I
out-
didn't even finish
being
that
pussy
one.
in the woods because society is gonna take everything from you. Grow up here, get a gun, ride or die, Second Amendment.
Well, technically, it's a thing about a society of people that feared the evolution of the world, so they put fear into their community.
Oh,
and kept
I
them
think I
inside
do
of it.
remember this one,
Yeah.
actually.
And we could sit here and talk about M. Night all day, but
Hell yeah,
we
not.
won't because we got other things to talk about. Like, for example, woo,
Got Falcon and Winter
Sony
Soldier.
really want this Craven movie to be a hit.
Oh, they
because
do.
they told Keanu Reeves, if you want to be Craven, what's your price? Basically, because they've been trying to get that
Dang.
movie off the ground.
A blank check.
Yes, basically.
Yeah.
And they basically wanted to be John Wick meets Craven the Hunter. If you don't know who Craven is, he's like the biggest big game hunter in the Marvel universe, and his claim to fame is being hired by J. Jonah Jameson to track down Spider-Man and hunt him like a prey.
Which JJ always does that. Scorpion, Craven, fucking
Spider Slayers.
Spider Slayers.
And that would be dope. You will see John Wick going through various obstacles and stunts to get to Peter Parker's Spider-Man. So you'd be like, yo, I backed this dude. And also, if they do introduce him as Craven, he could get put into other Marvel movies here and there throughout the universe.
Shit, just with WandaVision, we see that any crossover is possible.
So maybe we won't dive into that because some people might not have watched that episode 5 of Wanda. But
Yeah.
and moving off to a former Sony property, the official title of this vampire movie, the boy Blade, is Blade the Vampire Slayer. Not to be cute, not to be confused with Buffy or the original Wesley Snipes movies. But yes, that's the first official title for the Blade film. And I can't wait for all the Blade versus Buffy memes that are going to come out as soon as this shit gets trashing.
They're literally, I can already see right
Black
now.
Twitter is going to have a field day.
So
with it.
is it supposed to be like a remake
Yes.
of the Blade story, basically?
Well, I can't say remake, but it's going to be
Or
putting
part
Blade
of the
into
same
the
universes?
It's putting Blade into the MCU. He's going to be an MCU character.
Okay.
I'm being
okay.
honest.
I
I'm
can go down
already
with that.
seeing right when you said Blade the Vampire Slayer, just having what you call his Blade in the background of the Valley High poster trailer for Buffy.
Hell yeah, be
I'm
him right
already
between
seeing
Buffy
it.
and Angel. It's like, yo.
Oh no, not the TNT. I'm
I think
talking
that would
about
be a
the.
good crossover,
I'm talking about the
actually.
actual movie. I'm talking
I'm a
about the
Buffy the
actual
Vampire
movie.
Slayer fan, so for sure.
I would want to see Xander and Blade play a word
Like,
play
shut
back
up,
and
crap.
forth.
Peck of wood. That ain't type of wood we need. It's
A man
like
of many
vampires.
words and a man of very little.
Exactly. You like, shit.
But I was meaning the original movie poster.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's classic. I got that shit on DVD. I almost said VHS, but
Are we
I didn't-
talking the Buffy Vampire Slayer movie, not the series?
Movie. I
Oh.
was saying when he said
He was
the
referring
movie.
to the movie.
I was
Okay.
referring
I was
to the
referring to
movie
the series.
poster. He
I was thinking
referring to the
series because I definitely have all of those on
And
DVD.
speaking of series, woo! If y'all didn't see that Super Bowl spot, then immediately go to YouTube and watch the full-length 2-minute trailer for the Falcon and Winter Soldier TV series coming to Disney Plus on March 19th. Baby.
Baby,
You
baby.
need to go watch that shit because it's about to be a blast. I can't wait to see this buddy cop superhero series just take the MCU to a whole nother direction. It is also introducing Madripoor into the MCU canon, which is prominent in the X-Men corner of the universe. And that's once again something that they took from the X-Men mutant world and put it on the screen before the mutants are officially there. And that's one of the things I hope they do more often because we know the X-Men are coming. So hopefully we get the Savage Land soon, maybe in Black Panther 2 or 3, since we know in the comic books that's another place to find vibranium. And yeah. And supposedly the season is only going to be 6 episodes, but they're going to be 40 to 50 minutes each. So it's going to be
they're
way
40
longer
worth it.
Okay.
than WandaVision. And if you haven't seen WandaVision, definitely check that out. And also, they just announced that The Boy, because I thought it was going to be him. They were going to show him in the trailer when they showed all those military dudes, but War Machine, Rhodey himself, Don Cheadle, is confirmed to pop up in the Falcon and Winter Soldier series as well. And we believe that's going to be him setting up the Armor Wars TV series that he's going to be getting into from Disney Plus. So Marvel knows what they're doing. They did it on the big screen. Now they're doing it on a small screen. And I can't wait for this shit.
I'm gonna be honest. Seeing that Captain America Day celebration had me hyped. I know
Hell yeah.
that it's a little subtle, but I'm like, all right, cool. Then not only seeing them toss the shield to each other, you see it for a millisecond if you really quick of them actually fighting somebody, tag teaming using the shield, just like in Civil War. And I'm just like, thank you.
Also, Zemo has his mask.
For real. Mask off. Fucking mask off. I can't wait. So with that being said, we're gonna of course slide over to music and talk about YWDCA 14. That is the playlist for this month of February. And we're just gonna run over a couple of new songs added to that. I'm gonna let Roscoe go first and let him tell you about some of the songs he's been bipping and bopping into.
I've been bipping and bopping to a few songs from the last album. I mean, from the last playlist. But the ones I have found as of this week will be La 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 from Black Coffee featuring Usher from his newest album, Subconsciously, which I would also recommend y'all to listen to. There's FUCK from Victoria Monet, and just if y'all think it is about fucking, yes it is, but she abbreviates it to Friend You Could Keep, and it's still about fucking.
Like Friends with Benefits?
Yeah, but
That shit.
yeah, literally
It
like,
does not.
No.
but literally she's like, no, I'm not trying to ask you for a ring. I'm just asking for this one night stand.
You ain't
I'm
asking
just
for a
trying to be
ring, you
his
just
friend.
asking for this dingling.
Yeah, it worked. And Van Jess just dropped their album Homegrown, and I would recommend listening to. And a song from off of there is Curious featuring Jimmy and a dude named Garen. A lot of people don't know me, but yes, I'm a Van Jess fan. I found out about them via their YouTube page. Don't know why. It was just a random thing like 2 years ago, and been listening to their music since then. But yeah, those are my few songs from the playlist and the minor ones that I liked out of the big list of the ones that came out this week.
Word. Gang Signs. Throw them up.
Oh, yeah.
Freddie Gibbs and the boy Schoolboy Q dropped, and that shit slapped. I like that shit. It can definitely give you a blend of the East Coast and the West Coast vibe that both these rappers do, and you already know it's gonna be lyrically excellent because they both got bars.
That is true.
Smoke Hole by Sad Night Dynamite. That's a little emo punk group I just discovered this week. Listen to some shit. Glam by LEX. That's a bop. Up, UP. Nothing that have to do with that movie, that depressing ass movie.
I'm not gonna lie, that's where I went first.
Yes. But it's brought to you by New York's own Cardi B. She's back with another one. And if the clubs were open, this will definitely be blowing up on the streets, but it's a fun song. It'll definitely sound better when it starts warming up and women are wearing less clothes in the street. Yo, I say that because I like seeing y'all be who y'all are and being prideful in your bodies. Keep it up. I love being a feminist. And speaking of that, Provide by G-Eazy and the boy Chris Brown with samples Return of the Mac by Mark Manson. G-Eazy always have a hit in his fucking discography. Every time you forget about G-Eazy, he comes back with another one. He's like the white tiger, because Tiger always has a hit ready for you. And I can't wait to be outside grilling and barbecuing, seeing women run through the sprinkler systems, enjoying themselves in my presence, because I enjoy their presence around myself as well. So ladies, keep up the good work. Feminism. And also
Feminism.
and also one of the groups I put Leslie onto, the Aces have 2 singles out. One called Art You and another one I forgot to write down, but of course, Leslie, you will definitely like those songs. They're getting back into their groove. And yeah, with that being said, that's all the latest music we are listening to. So make sure you do go to Spotify and subscribe to YWDCA and listen to all our back catalog of playlists that we've been releasing over the years. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And with that being said, Yo What's Poppin' is a wrap. And we're about to go into the meat and potatoes of this podcast. Yo, we geeking out. And today we will be geeking about NBC's hit series Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. So yes, Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist. Short synopsis of what it's about. A young girl named Zoe. She works at a tech company. I don't know if it's a firm, but a tech company. And an accident occurs when she starts having the ability to see the inner monologue of people. But it's all, it all comes off to her as songs and music. And she thinks she's crazy, but it turns out she is kind of, sort of, but not at the same time. And it's about her life and, yeah, the music that she hears in people and herself, more or less. And Leslie, what about that show drew you in?
I'm not going to deny. I think I could relate to some of Zoe's lack of social abilities in some pieces, because before that, she was that total introvert, and then the music popping in whenever people kept singing her heart songs kind of forced her to conversate with people, because the universe wouldn't let her stop hearing heart songs from those people until she stepped in and fixed it. Word. More or less.
So you're saying you're not a social butterfly?
I think I could be.
Word.
But I could relate to some of the lack of social ability.
Word. But no, again, you would, if you was a My Little Pony, you would definitely be a Shutterfly.
I don't know about that reference because I haven't watched any of that. But I'm going to go ahead and agree, because you're usually pretty spot on with those.
I try to be. It's like low-key my profession to a degree. Yeah.
I can see it.
Word. Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
Nah,
I was going to say we're shaking our heads.
You mad at the My Little Pony comment?
No, I know. I thought you had something else to add to the mix. But word. So, Ross, what are the elements about the show that you... if somebody was like, why do you watch Zoe, what would you tell them?
Mo, but that's also
sure.
just a whole other subject. But outside of just the whole just blatantly saying Mo, and then they be like, wait, what the fuck, who's Mo? And then I have to explain that it's the one person that actually Zoe, her neighbor that she never really talked to, but she yet then confined to, but yet that was the person that actually figured out what was the problem with Zoe, and Zoe then even opens up more enough to Mo, to the fact that like Mo ends up having to open up to her because of the fact of her abilities. So it makes their whole friendship even more of a good bonding thing and more natural, because it's literally Zoe's an introvert, Mo's an outrovert, and
She's sassy.
And it just works in this whole thing because you think she's just straight this whole outrovert, but yet she's like Zoe. She has things that she keeps to herself really deep and hard, and the only person that she's opened up to about it really is Zoe. But past that, I'm gonna be honest, Kelsey ended up having me play it. Low key, Jane is one of my favorite actresses, so I was gonna watch it regardless.
Word. Cause Zoe is played by Jane Levy. If you watch the Purgatory, you heard me and Ross talk about that series before. And the Evil Dead remake, she starred in that. And also in one of my favorite movies that Leslie still really doesn't like, Fun Size.
I still haven't watched it.
You say you watched it, but
I have the DVD. I just haven't watched it yet.
You haven't rewatched it, or you haven't not watched it for the first time?
I haven't rewatched it.
Word. And you still have it. That's what you said.
Yes. It's hard to convince my boyfriend to want to watch Fun Size.
Just wait till that nigga leave. You gotta watch that shit.
But that's when I get my horror movies in, because he also doesn't care for those. Which, speaking of, Jane Levy was in Don't Breathe. When I was doing my research, I was like, oh, that's why she looks familiar.
Yeah,
she's spunky.
Yes.
Yes. What I love most about what I gravitated towards was the fact it's a musical. And I always need a musical type series in my life. Music is part of my life. It helps me get through every day I exist on this physical plane. And it's just cool to see them do different interpretations of familiar songs, and actually it plays into the subject matter. So it's just not random ass music. That's a reason why these characters are feeling a certain way. And the series kind of started off with her trying to be like, what was that shit? Touched by an angel, in a sense. Like, she hear a song, then she try to figure out why that person's feeling that way. They help them out in their lives. Then it kind of like segue from that as being part of more of a story building arc or aspect of the series. And also another reason why, because my boy Max, played by Skylar Astin, aka Becca's boyfriend from the Pitch Perfect movies, he was in it, and he has that boy next door homie type vibe about him that I'm just like, he feel like a cool dude to kick it with, but also he got swag.
He's a cutie. Not gonna deny.
See? Leslie say things I can't say.
Yes.
Daniel, you would like it.
You don't know that.
I know your type.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I literally
Have you seen him? Is he cute?
We're talking about that one guy from the other night where that didn't even go anywhere.
First off, we don't get old, baby. We ain't getting to that. We'll say that talk off mic. But yeah. So, and the thing too about the show, Max is Zoe's best friend before she meets Mo, because I realized Zoe ain't got no friends besides Max. And of course, it's the typical, he's been in love with her forever, but he never made his move. And now that they've been working together for a while, he finally built up that courage. But then somebody else come in the mix, so you always gotta have that Jacob Edwards situation. And who's the other person that comes into Zoe's life that she's all got the vapors for, Leslie?
Simon, who is also a cutie. In the sexier way, though. Like, Max has that cute boy next door, best friend cute look. Simon's that, I want to pounce on you.
Ain't he a man? Mm-hmm. You'll like him too, Daniel.
You don't know that.
Yeah, black.
Yeah, you'll like him.
I ain't got no time.
I flirt with one black guy.
Whoa. Another subject for another day. Another
black
podcast.
Man with swag.
For reals.
Simon is a black man with swag.
Tell us a little bit more about Simon, Liz.
So Simon's a go-getter. He's the head of the marketing team. He's always happy and perky. And what drew Zoe to him, I think she had a crush on him. The good old secret office crush originally. But then what really drew her in to have a conversation with him was he was singing a super duper sad song. And as the universe doesn't let you stop until you interfere and resolve the situation, Zoe approaches Simon and realizes that he's feeling super sad because he lost his dad recently. And that kind of draws Simon into Zoe's world, and the mutual kind of crush thing is going on, even though he's engaged. So you'll have to watch the show to see that drama, but that's kind of how Simon is. He's that happy kid with some sad secrets, and is just a cutie.
Sean Hunter.
Yeah, because the thing too about the show is Zoe's dad, Mitch, played by Peter Gallagher, but for always in my heart would be Sandy Cohen.
Sandy Cohen.
He is suffering from a disease. I can't remember which one, but some neurological.
It's
Parkinson's, maybe?
It's something along the line. Like, he can't really move well. He can't speak, and it's slowly increasing. And she knows her time with her father is drawing nigh. And her mother, Maggie, played by Mary Steenburgen, if I'm pronouncing that correct. She's a.k.a. the white mom to everybody in movies. She played the mom in What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Was she 40-year-old virgin?
No.
Is that a
That's
different
something
one?
Keen. That's something else.
Yeah.
My
But
bad.
she was also the mom in Step Brothers.
Okay.
That lady, yeah.
Also, the mom in Wilfred.
See, I didn't watch Wilfred, but yeah, she plays everybody's mom. Like, you got a mom in the role, it's either her
She's a good mom figure.
or, yeah.
Yeah.
Clara from Back to the Future 3.
Yes.
I
That's-
did not actually think about that one.
And low-key, she always kind of looked the same.
Yeah. It's the Paul Rudd thing. If you look older than you are your whole life, by the time you get to that age, people are just going to think that you look great.
Exactly, and what made it the show kind of sad, like her dad couldn't verbally talk, but she could hear the songs he was singing inside his head. So with Simon already losing his dad, that brought their connection tighter because now they can help each other out during this whole situation.
They can
Yeah.
relate.
Exactly.
And the good thing too about Simon, which also makes it a little bit more better with Zoe, is the fact that Simon's already been through this situation, so all he's doing is just trying to help Zoe like understand the coping of a loss and all of that, and getting prepared for everything that happened for her, which even makes her more attracted to him.
Exactly, and I guess we could go ahead and talk about our favorite character. I think it's unanimous. Ross already mentioned him or her. I think the pronouns vary depending on who's discussing Mo in the series.
And also
Fluid.
who's talking to Mo, because I realized like Zoe could say him, hey, he, him, her, and she all at the same time. Like Mo doesn't get mad at her doing that. But
Exactly. Like Simon refers to Mo as he, so does
Yeah.
Simon. But then some people say she, and it's like it's all Gucci because that's how he decides to identify
decides how to
himself.
identify themselves, which is also even more hilarious because it's like one of those things like unrelated, but yet pop culture news. People mad at Kylie Jenner for calling Caitlyn dad and saying he, but yet people are on YouTube spaz out like at the first 5 seconds of a video
Because the
and
internet's
don't
not real.
and don't
make
progress
everybody
longer,
happy.
only for it to be explained later on by Caitlyn to be like, I'm always and forever gonna be her dad,
Yeah, it's
so
my
I'm
business,
cool
bitch.
with that. And I'm just like, yeah, and plus y'all getting mad at Chloe for her growing up to like literally like 24 out of 26 of years of her life, knowing her dad as her dad and then her dad transitioning. You can't just automatically knock that
It's
out.
not my
It's
mama.
just-
I didn't come out his coochie.
Yeah.
Facts. But yes, Mo is played by Alex Newell, and if you're familiar with Glee, he played Unique on that. If you were an avid captioner, you listen to this series. Glee is one of our favorites as well. Go back and listen to that episode. And he debuted on the Glee Project, a show that I was tempted to send an audition tape in, singing Maroon 5. She Will Be Loved. No, This Love, my fault. This Love, which I did. And so low-key in the alternate universe, I could have met this individual. A lot of other people like Supergirl because she was on there too. But
I digress.
I digress. Because Mo is the Uncle Clifford of Zoe's show.
That is
and
true.
He has the best outfits. The voice is unparalleled.
Yes.
Like Leslie said, L sass, no sass. And he's sassy and he has to be the magical Negro. Because most time in these shows, the black person is always here to help the white out. Because that's what we do. We help everybody. Because we was here first, so we got to let you know how to play in the house.
And I will honestly say
It is what it is. But no, like, and that's the thing too. Like, Ross was saying, like, Mo helped Zoe come out her shell more, and also helped her understand what's going on in her life. Where she could have easily been like, "Nah, I'm letting this white girl be crazy," but like, "Nah, what's up, girl? What you need? All right, I got you." So it's very important, to have somebody in your life like Mo that's always got your back, even though you might not agree on everything. You agree on one simple thing, and that's to be there for one each other, because that's what friendship's about. My Little Pony. It's the power.
I can honestly say there's like two of my favorite Mo moments. One dealing with Zoe right when Zoe's breaking down like, yo, they're having a whole breakdown session in the cafe, and she's like, I don't see nothing more but just a bunch of white people sitting down. And Zoe's breaking down the whole like dance routine that's going on. And then my second one is when she's helping Max getting over Zoe, and she's like, you gonna need a little bit more swagger. And Max goes like, do you mean more swagger or more swagger? And Mo just like, exactly.
I'm like, word, I get that. I would do the same thing. You gotta be your own brand. That's why I fuck with Mo.
Yeah, I think I love her character, his character, because she doesn't give a fuck what people think or say or whatever about her, and she just does it, whatever.
And that's one thing too. If you've been following the actor, like from Glee, that was his like story arc in Glee too. Now you see that he's in full dress, the heels, everything, and he switches it up, and it's like just dope because we need representation in every form of media because not everybody's cut from the same cloth. And if you're uncomfortable with something, oh well, but you also need to think to yourself, why? Because like the meme said, why is that man wearing a dress? Why are you wearing pants? Because I want to. All right then.
And what makes it more great about Mo too is
Simple.
it's literally just like that. One scene you can see her fully dragged out. A whole other scene, she just dressed like Mo, and all you could be like, yeah, that's Mo. And you could tell just by the way Mo's dressed how, like, yes, regardless, Mo has confidence, but like it's a whole different type of confidence depending on how she dresses. And when you see that from out of Mo, it's just like, yeah. And I can honestly say her inspiration to Zoe, and yet Zoe's inspiration to her is probably one of the good subplot stories of this show.
And congrats to Society for even allowing this kind of a character to be on mainstream television too. Like if you thought about this 15 years ago.
So the dean crawled so Mo can run and flourish because you fought with Community. You know what the dean was doing.
Yes.
Ding,
Oh my
Yes.
God,
ding,
yes.
ding.
So yeah, the dean was already out here. So we had the dean, then we get Mo and Uncle Clifford. All fabulously dressed men's in these garments. And if you ain't watched P Valley, you need to find out what them girls doing down in the valley. I can do a whole episode just on Uncle Clifford's and Mo's fashion choices.
Oh, they fashion
Uncle Clifford
choices
wore
on
things that
lit.
even I couldn't wear.
Boy, because we was watching this shit the other night and just seeing people reaction to that. That nigga, when he pop on the screen, he steals the show every time. He just glued to it. Because once again, another sassy black man. And that makes the show pop because you need to be able to be real and be to yourself. And even with P Valley, having those type of conversations in the community, when a lot of times with black people, we come off homophobic in a lot of areas when it's just kind of sad because we know how it feels to be impressed. So it just sucks that a lot of us still do that to somebody else just because of the way we brought up. And we got to learn too. We got some things to fix amongst ourselves. But just seeing that it was bold enough to put a character like Uncle Clifford on the screen, like you said about Mo, we need more of that too because there is all these people in the world that just want to be accepted. And at the end of the day, we're all people. And it's very important to get that out there
And
normalize human beings just being human.
And the one thing I will give more props to is the fact that NBC, a nationally broadcasted show, is really being like, yes, we're giving y'all Mo. This is how Mo is, and nobody's like complained about Mo because everybody gets it.
Oh, I'm pretty sure people have complained.
There's been some people that
like,
complained about
yeah.
it, but like the mass community's like, we get what Mo's about.
Exactly.
It
But
makes
they
it
also gave Mo his own episode where he struggled with that even in his religious
Yes,
life,
exactly.
right?
And what
In
makes it
season
even
one,
more
yeah.
great
He
because
had to
of,
dress like a man to sing in choir because he kept getting, made fun of at his previous churches.
Or they weren't allowed to, and they had that conversation like, "Yo, I know, like, but Mo, you so this and that." Like, girl, I know that, but I need to do this, and it's like,
And that's
not
what
everybody
made
on the
that
same
episode
page,
even more
but
great.
one day we'll get on the same chapter.
because regardless, you come to find out how much Mo and Zoe connect and need each other in that supportive bond, because you come to realize if it wasn't for Zoe hearing Mo sing and her making the whole statement like, I wish I was like you, only for Mo to sing like, I'm pretending what I am, only for them to have a real more deep conversation, and that brought out Mo to just be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to this church, dressing my wig, I'm gonna hit this flat note and kill it, and everybody's gonna accept it. And Zoe's like, I'm gonna be right there to see it, even though I think that was like our first time in the whole show seeing her actually like inside of a church or tackle religion.
Oh yeah, that was
for
all the
Zoe
same
herself.
episode. And just see her not dressed like how she wants to be, and it's just one of the things that always personally makes me sad watching like a movie or TV or just hearing people talk about how they just can't be who they are. Like I couldn't imagine being in a situation where I just couldn't be me. That's literally what we put on this earth to be, is ourselves. and knowing that you have to conform to somebody's ideas about what you should be doing and who you should be, I can't imagine having that burden on me. Like, that shit's whack as fuck. And that's why I pride myself for being a person like, I want everybody to feel comfortable with who you are around me. Whether I agree with the shit you say or necessarily do to a degree, but just be you. So I know who the fuck I'm dealing with. And that's why I'm glad I surround myself with the people around me, because we're all in the same mindset. We don't want you to be fraudulent. We want you to be comfortable with who you are, because that's going to make you better. That's going to make the world better. Seeing your wings fly.
Who's got the energy to be fake all the time? For real, though.
It got to be exhausting. And that's why a lot of people strike out. That's the whole cliche. Like, oh, I beat up gay people. Why? Because I'm secretly gay. I don't know how to handle myself.
Because I hate myself.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, see, in a perfect world where nobody gave a fuck, you want to have this shit. Just like when old buddy in Glee finally was like, hey, y'all. I'm like, oh, shit, yeah. You want to throw slushies in people's face. Then he got slushies thrown in his face, but it's not a Glee episode, though.
But just to break back into Team Max, Team Simon, and favorite song segment.
Where you read my mind.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say even though Simon was the sexy man friend, whatever it was. Well, they were just friends.
They were just friends.
Right? Until at one point or another.
When that wedding come out, we like, girls, oh, he's a whole wife. If you better.
I was Team Max. I was totally Team Max, just because he worked so hard. He put together that flash mob where Zoe thought she was hearing a Heart song, but it was like legit a full-on flash mob of him singing
like
to
Ross
her.
Brought up the flash mob. Zoe might low-key be bringing it back, because that shit came and went like the Zoot Suits and the Swing Movement.
Full circle.
Yes. For me, normally I'm always Team Negro, but in this scenario, I got to go with Max, because I'm the Max. Yeah, I'm the Max in every situation. I'm the Jacob. Like, I'm the dude. Like, yo, I've been here from Jump Street, girl. Like, I care about you. Like, you rap to every bitch. All right.
Hey, check out this car right here. This guy right here. This is some movies. He's gonna go alphabet order, and why don't you just go?
No, it doesn't work when you do it.
It's funny.
No, this is how you do it. See, the thing is, like, remember back in high school, I wrote this rhyme, right? I was like, girl, how this sound? And she's like, oh my God, I can't wait. They see you give it to the girl. I'm like, oh, word. But girl, you was the girl, but now we here and we're like grown, and I'm eating spaghetti with your family, and you're telling me about this and that. I'm this and that. So
you better stop.
But you're better as a friend.
I am, but you don't know how better I could be as a man friend if you don't let me man that shit up. Like, yo, give a nigga a shot.
This is a true story.
I'm trying
this
to
happens all the
that
time.
shit. And exactly, but that's my life. That's why I'm okay with it. It's just frustrating when people try to, once again, I say this all the time, try to tell you who you are. Like, nigga, you don't wear my Vans. Mm-hmm. You don't do what I do. You don't wear two ties, nigga. You don't know how that shit feels. The pressure.
The pressure.
See what happens when people start dressing like you?
It turns coal into diamonds, so that's why I couldn't go with Simon, because I'm still a diamond in the rough. And Ross, what about you, Team Simon?
I'm going Team Simon, but yet I also like Simon.
Nigga, that's not the question.
But my favorite song routine will be...
Wait. Why were you Team Simon, though?
I was Team Simon. I don't know. I just had, for some reason, I just like how the fact
because you want to be married and have a white bitch on your side, nigga? Nigga, you said Team Simon. I'm trying to figure out why.
No, because I'm going to go with the fact that, like, regardless, he knew what she was going to. She opened up to him, and he was like... Yes, Simon always had a little early crush with Zoe. I probably had the same too.
Cause y'all niggas got beard and you low key like, girl, you emo, I'm emo. Let me talk to you about your situation.
You right.
There's a little character, like there's a little show I'm gonna introduce you to. Like, yo, watch this. This anime, right? It's about like this girl that's a dog now, but in her previous life she was a unicorn. So now she gotta get back. To fight up a ladder to become
You're the
God.
worst.
Are we back to My Little Ponies?
No, you just making some random.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I got lost a little bit there. I just got lost a little bit.
I will say my song routine, our segment will be from Max when he said that when he sung Bye Bye Bye.
Bye Bye Bye. That shit went hard.
I actually, my little NSYNC girl came out for sure when that came out.
Oh, they played Tearing Up My Heart the other night at Supernova. I had to sit my ass down. I was about to get out and just get that shit like, nah, nigga, calm down. I ain't ready.
You never forget the fangirl times.
Word. What about you, Leslie? Favorite musical number?
I think, I want to say it was the one with Mo and Eddie in the club. Was it Bailamos? It was.
Ooh,
it was.
might have been.
Yeah.
Enrique Iglesias.
Was
I think
it? No,
it was-
I thought it was Ricky Martin actually.
Check your bumble.
No.
Check your bum.
Living La Vida Loca.
I don't know, but the whole premise of the
It
episode
was a
was
Hispanic
that.
singer.
Yeah, Eddie was not one with words. He was the one word text replier, and Mo couldn't get inside his head. And then when Zoe sees them singing a duet, sexy dance song with each other, like she's able to tell
felt
Mo,
vibes.
"Yo, he's into you," and this is working, because I saw it.
Let's see. For me. Shouldn't be this. It's a lot of good ones. I might say.
There's a lot of good ones. I ain't going front.
Oh! Ooh, shit!
Which one?
The shit when Simon was her singing and the shit in her apartment right before they almost kissed.
This should I stay or should
Oh,
I
yeah.
go?
Should I stay or should I
Yeah,
go?
that
Okay.
shit was intense.
That was also the one where he was in the meditation room and she was glitching and she was singing, "I just want you to touch me," and I can't remember the damn song,
Yeah.
but
When I think about you, I touch myself.
yes, I think maybe.
Something along the lines.
I don't know, but the whole
Oh,
premise was,
masturbation.
"I want you to just touch me." After she just got done
Oh, was
singing.
it I Want You to Want Me? I think they seen that shit.
It was. "I Want You to Want Me" was the one she sang to Simon right after singing "I'm Yours" to Max.
I know, I'm like, girl.
I was on
You trying to
pins
get
and
that
needles
swirl.
that entire
Oh.
episode.
And another fun fact, Zoe been having both these dudes going back and forth, but then you come to find out that they all cool. And they're like, yo, yeah, I know we both was into Zoe, but we could still be two
That's
bros
season
and
2.
hang out and kick it. I was sitting there like, oh shit, yeah, that's called being mature.
Yeah,
You
that.
still have
That needs
mature
to happen
friendship.
more often, actually.
Exactly, but people don't want to try that because of ego. And I have a friend, not gonna put her
Pride.
name on the blast, but she's been on the podcast before. It's like, nah, you can't be friends with your ex and this and the third. It's like, yeah, you can. If
Yeah,
you're
you
mature,
can. If
it's
you're
not
mature
that
enough
serious.
and y'all know that
That's
y'all
just
break
like
up.
here.
I know, I'm not talking about listening. I get it. You're funny sometimes.
It
But
depends
yeah,
on the
yeah.
ex, though.
But yes, Kelsey, I
It
know you
depends.
are. You.
I understand that, but she was so I'm like, no, I'm like, girl, if it was like 18,000 years ago, it was not that serious. But at the same time, if there's nothing between you and you could be cool as adults,
Yeah, that was a time, and that time is over now, and you're just
and it's actually
you
nothing
like each
going
other
on.
as
Yeah.
people, so you're
And it's cut and dry. We
All
just
right.
cool. Boo. Why not? That's what human beings are like. We don't have to separate ourselves just because of past.
Mm-hmm.
If there's nothing wrong with it, that's all I'm saying. Not like they still had interest in you. No, it's straight up. We did that before. We
yeah.
coolio right
but you
now.
got to keep it purely
Exactly.
platonic after that. You can't be going back and forth because that's where the issues begin.
Exactly.
But shit, I will also say another good segment was Max and Simon singing "Are You Gonna Be My Girl" in front of Zoe
Yeah, that's
when they broke
that's
that
Daniel's
song
song.
broke up.
I'm like, oh, this is what Daniel sings at karaoke. That's his go-to.
Are you gonna be my girl?
All right, and with that being said, we done geeking out about
We done
Zoe.
getting out.
Now we're gonna hit you with yo, check it out, and we're gonna give you some
check it out.
recommendations for any Zoe fans out there. And if you're not a Zoe fan, watch this fucking series on NBC, and you know what we're talking about, and you'll feel the music inside you. So Ross, what would you recommend to the captioners out there?
I'm gonna bring it back again, but yet this is just because it's because it stars Jane Levy, which is the TV show that kicked off my fan for her action skills, which is Suburgatory.
Yep, I think it's on CWC right now. They've been promoting the hell out of that shit. Leslie, what about you?
Since I do love my horror movies, I'll say it again. The Don't Breathe is probably where I first saw Jane in. For unrelated, check it out. I have to say, I just discovered a game recently that was made by the creators of Unstable Unicorns, Here to Slay. It's a card strategy game, and it's the tits. So you should play it.
By tits, do you mean like Abby Rain, or are we talking about Laura Jensen? Or even Amy Anderson?
Are these tits?
Yes.
Well, I think all tits are good, aren't they?
Yes.
You won. Trick
Thank you.
question.
Thank you.
And for me, I'm going to give you two real quick. One show I haven't personally watched, but I've seen enough to know that if you like this Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, you will actually enjoy My Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. They do a lot of singing on that show as well.
Yeah.
And it's also a series that somewhere on my list to get to eventually.
Yes.
And then the second one will be none other than Pitch Perfect 3, the most how do I say,
Military
whimsical of the three, because Zoe's kind of whimsical. And plus, the boy Skylar Aston. Not in that one, but he was in the previous two. So if you already fuck with those, you might as well fuck with that.
Yep.
Word. All right. And with that being said, this has been another episode of Yo, Where the Captions at? Always, we want to thank all the captioneers out there for listening. Daniel, thank you for being here.
Always.
Joe Mans, thank you for being here too.
Thanks for having us.
Always a pleasure. Leslie, of course.
Thank you. Happy to be here. We'll be here again.
True that. And all right, guys, we're going to get out here. And as always, I've been your host, Kels for Show. And remember, be one or be nothing.
And I've been your host, Roscoe Tinkoya. Live life and be Miss Unknown, y'all.
Hell yeah. And sing. Even if you can't sing, do that shit. It feels good. Belt out some notes.
It's cathartic.
Try to hit them high notes and just don't. Like, just make it be awful. Dance.
If you have my information, you stupid.
Shake that ass.
If you have my information, just hit me up on Saturday telling me happy birthday.
Oh, yeah. And follow us on YouTube, the Escaping Network, and my YouTube, Kills for Show. And that's the show.
Yay.
The end.